I don't want to say it. You don't want to hear it, but it's true. Discipline makes your life less fun. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I know. I know. I have never been really a disciplined person, and I have suffered a lot of consequences because of that. I think there would be certain elements of my life that would be a lot more dialed in if I had acted with more discipline in my early 20s or even when I was in college. But I can't do anything about that now. All I can do is try to be more disciplined now. And what I have learned is that it is not fun. It is not fun to get up early and go to the gym. It is not fun to get up when it's cold out. It's not fun to get out of bed some days at all. And I didn't realize how much I had been motivated by fun and dopamine, cheap dopamine really, of how can I have the most fun does not actually set you up for anything. It just sets you up for that flash of fun or that flash of dopamine, that hit of dopamine that you want. And I know, it's maddening because you want the people who told you to go to bed early and eat vegetables, you want them to be wrong so badly. I know, I do too. But they're right, and it sucks, but it's so good to eat vegetables and get up early, and I can't believe that I'm saying it because like I've never been a huge party person. I'm not saying I'm like little Miss Queen of the club, but girl, you gotta find that balance. I'm speaking to myself here too. Like, you gotta find that balance because if you're not disciplined, you actually are never going to get to have fun if you think about it. Because if you're disciplined about going to the gym. I have a friend who, she's 40, and she says she never has back pain, she never has neck pain, she never has knee pain. She's always sore from the gym. So it's really just, you're gonna feel it somewhere. Do you want to feel sore from the gym, from having done exercise, or do you want to feel pain in your muscles from not using them? It's kind of, the idea I'm getting at is, if you want to be disciplined, it's not that hard, but it's the most difficult thing at the same time, because you just physically have to want the thing that you are putting in that discipline for. You have to want it bad enough, but that's not true because I've always wanted to express myself and meet my goals that I've had. I've always wanted to do those things. I've always wanted that. But now it is like, you cannot stop me with a freight train. And I got up at 6 a.m. on my birthday to do some work for a client. And like, I didn't have to do that. I probably could have done it the night before. I whatever. But I'm not trying to say, oh, look at me, I'm putting in these hours early in the morning. It doesn't have to be an early morning thing if that's not for you. I'm not trying to get on here and tell anybody you need to get up at 5 a.m. If that doesn't work for you, don't do it. It doesn't really work for me. I find that, I get up around 7:30, 8 o'clock, and that's good for me. And then I don't stay up super, super late because otherwise that wake up is brutal. And as fun as it is to scroll or whatever, like, it's more fun to wake up and not hate your life. It really is. And I mean, it's such a small change, but it has improved my mental health a lot because I feel more confident in myself. I feel more freedom in the routine, and I didn't ever think that I would find that freedom. I just thought I would feel so restricted, and sometimes it does feel like, okay, all I did was my routine today. Where's the fun stuff, and like, you don't sometimes get to have it, and it's like, a lot of the times my tendency is to give myself a cookie before I've done the work, and so sometimes it can feel like, okay, I'm working, where's my cookie? But you gotta just do it without the cookie, without any kind of excitement of reward or any long-term return in mind, or short-term. You just gotta do it. And I know it sounds so stupid to be like, just do it, just get up and do it, because I have had a very hard time doing that. So I'm not coming on here to be like, well, just get out of bed, just get up earlier. Like, it's not hard. It is hard. And I do not want to sugarcoat anything, because especially if your mindset is not where it needs to be, which that's okay, and like you are loved and a beautiful person, you can work on your mindset and things actually can change. And if you need evidence for that, just think how much worse your mental state could be right now. It's one of those, at least it's not raining, and then it starts to rain. But no, I feel like when you are in a mental space that feels really, stagnant, literally do whatever you possibly can do. Sometimes for me, I just assert my free will, because for a long time I had been kind of pushed to not do that in the relationship that I was in. And I would just be like, I'm gonna stand up and touch my nose. And then you just stand up and touch your nose because you have free will. Anyway, all of that to say, whatever makes things click into place for you, double down on that. Double down on, for me, it's been the gym. For me, it's been going there and starting my day there every day. And I'm not trying to evangelize or preach at you or say, go to bed and eat your vegetables. Because number one, it's already been done. And people have said that. And they're right. And they know they're right. And everybody knows they're right. It's embarrassing for me to have railed against these good teachings for so long and gone, I'm fine, and rock and roll doesn't need any broccoli. And it's like, kind of does. You kind of have to do that. And if you're any kind of creative, especially a writer, the words don't come in the chaos, but they are built in the chaos. And it's only when you can peel back the layers of the chaos and make a calmness that they can actually come out. So you owe it to yourself to try to work for that discipline. Try to just do anything in a row for 3 days. That has helped me a ton with being like, oh, well, if I can do that, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And you can stack anything on top of what you're already doing. Like for me, I know if I've done what I need to do for the day, I get to write a flower on the day in the calendar. And what the requirements are to write a flower have changed. And now, there's stuff like I've got to do at least 1 minute of plank. And I've got to practice at least 20 minutes of piano, and like whatever it is, like you just try to find the magic, because it is there and it's in the routines, and it is boring. It is criminally boring. And you're going to feel like, where is my chaos that I crafted for myself so that I would never have to write? Where did that go? And I have found myself mourning it and not trying to, it's not like I'm poking at ant nests to create drama in my life, but I'm noticing the absence of it, and noticing in the absence of toxicity, or in the absence of what I had been distracting myself with, or whatever it is, you're going to find some stuff, and it's going to be a little scary, and you might not like what you find. And that's been my experience. But it's so beautiful, because you're like, oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like this about myself. I don't like this about how I acted, or I don't like how these people treated me, or whatever it is. It's going to be uncomfortable, and it's going to suck. And it's like eating an asparagus. You don't necessarily eat it because it tastes good. You eat it because it's good for you. And like those words, you don't necessarily write it out because it feels good. But you will be so thankful that you had that vegetable. You will be so thankful you expressed that thought. You will be so thankful you went to bed on time. You'll be so thankful you woke up and you went to the gym, or you went for that walk, or you went on that hike, or whatever it is that you do in the morning, that you went for a swim, that you took out your dog, that you took out the trash, whatever it is to get your day started. Do that and do it over and over. And I am very much still an active experiment on this, because I have not achieved all the things that I want to achieve. Not even in a, oh, well, I'll never achieve them, I'm on my way. No, I mean, you don't have to take advice from me, because I'm not where I want to be, but I'm getting there. So you can too. Just find that magic. Find the magic of the boring, everyday, mundane, crappy vegetables of the world. Just dig in to a big plate of Brussels sprouts, and once you try it, You might like it.